Welcome to Your Business Matters. Whether you've been in business for years or you're just starting out, we invite you to join us as we provide fresh perspectives to fellow business people who are interested in improving the bottom line and getting better results.
The goal of this program is to bring you interviews, thoughts, and advice in a no-holds-barred, face-to-face forum where we exchange ideas and learn how each of us can overcome the challenges of doing business.
We are committed to offering effective solutions and strategies for small business owners like you.
We're dedicated to the idea that your business matters.
Hello, I'm Bruce Hassan, and welcome to Your Business Matters, where we continue our series of introducing business owners to the community, as well as sharing business information that we hope will be helpful for not only existing business owners, but also some folks that might be thinking about going into business for themselves. So today, our discussion is going to be talking about changes and trends in promoting a business. And I'm pleased to have on our show today Louise Boland, who is the owner-operator of Focus on Fitness. Louise, thanks for joining us again, a return engagement.
Thank you for having me.
Okay. So before we get started on the topic, Louise, tell the audience about your business. What is it FOF does?
Okay. Well, I'm in the health club industry. I've been in the business for over 30 years. I basically started my business in a church basement with my boombox, and from that church basement, it's turned into fulfilling my dream 30 years later of building a health club that I think is totally unique to the area. So we just opened the new health club in Ashland at 290 Elliott Street on the second floor. I had great dealings with the Parsons Commercial Group. I thought they were really great to work with. And I left an old facility and something that is brand new right now that is a pleasure to your eyes, a pleasure to be there. It's a community, and it's on the second floor. We do have an elevator if somebody needs one, but you get your exercise coming up the couple of flights of steps. So it's been a long journey, and one in which I've learned many things along the way, and many challenges. But I believe as a small business owner, you take each challenge, and sometimes you trip up and you fall down, but you got to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and move on.
Right.
And if you have a spirit of sticking to your goal and persevere, I think you'll be a successful business owner.
That's good advice. That's good advice. You had an interesting story how you started the business 30 years ago, passion for running.
Yes.
I remember you made a statement on our last show. That was a great one. I started on April 1st, 1978. I put on my first running shoes, and as I walked out the door, I said, you are to do this for the rest of your life. So, what are we, 38 years ago? I think that's the math.
Yep, 38 years ago, I'm still running. But in those 38 years, I've completed 24 marathons, 22 Boston. I qualified for Boston in 1984 with the Newport Marathon. And the last marathon I did was in 2004, the New York City Marathon. But I've hung those shoes up, and now it's half marathons that I do.
There you go.
So,
but you're still doing them.
Yep, and I still run probably between 25 miles a week. So,
oh, really?
Yep, in addition to teaching my classes. But that's my passion.
Yeah.
So.
Well, what a story, being able to take a passion, turn it into a successful business.
I wanted, as I think I might have said before, I wanted to help other people feel as good as about themselves as I did. Lots of times, and this has been asked of me before, there's a lot of franchises out there right now, and lots of people jump on the franchise bandwagon because they want to have a business. I wasn't really looking to have a business. I took the passion of wanting to make the community healthy and finding that road or that path to lead them that way, because if people were all disciplined and could get out their door and do whatever they wanted to do, there wouldn't be health clubs. We're just a vehicle,
right?
A vehicle for that. And creating that vehicle that I felt would encompass the majority of our community was my goal.
Right.
And when I opened the doors in May of 2015 of this new health club, I felt that this health club now fulfilled my dreams of making it comfortable enough for every person, the population out there, to come. Those that are deactive, those that are afraid, those that are committed to fitness. We have something for everyone now.
Oh, that's great.
So
That's
it's
great.
getting that word out there about it, though,
Yeah.
and finding it.
There you go. Well, speaking of that, talking about promoting businesses and things like that. So tell us, if you look back a few years, what were some of the things you were doing to promote your business?
Well, marketing it's just a tough field, and sometimes you can spend tons of money and it has no reaction. And it's, print marketing is difficult right now. Direct marketing, when you send somebody to home, most of the time it goes into the wastebasket. So it's been a challenge for me, money-wise, and what is the best way to go about doing this. One of the first things we started to do at Focus on Fitness was Constant Contact.
Oh, sure.
So Constant Contact, you pay a monthly fee, or you can pay the whole thing up front. You have your goal in using Constant Contact is get as many emails as you can with people. So you've got your members that have emails, you get your prospects that have emails, you have the emails of your members who have canceled. So they're kind of put in their categories, but it's a way of communicating to your members what's going on, and for them to spread the word to other members. And people sometimes they don't want to give our email because they get so much spam, and they can unsubscribe anytime from it. So that was my big first entry into social media, but that you pay for that. But there's a lot of social media now that you don't have to pay for. There's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I'm not really savvy in that. It almost takes somebody who is really savvy to do it. We also have a TV in our club which sends out messages of what's happening. And then the other thing that
Messages through those vehicles?
Yeah. Well, no, it's just to our members.
Oh, gotcha.
This is what's happening. We put it on there, and it'll tell them what's happening. We put an interesting video on there showing what the space looked like before we renovated. It was all office space, so it's hard to visualize that huge amount of construction that we had to do there to create what we have. So, we just kind of put a little video of the office space, what it looked like as we demoed it, as we built it, the stages of the building. So that was a totally interesting project to go through. Yeah, I learned a tremendous amount.
Good.
So, and one of the things, when you do market to people, I think it's important to appeal to an emotion, trying to reach that person. And I'm still learning, because it's difficult for me to understand or people come up all the time, oh, I want to lose weight, I want to do this, and I don't have time. Your health is probably the most important thing that you have, that you are in total control of. And you go to the doctor for anything that goes wrong, and they'll give you a pill for this, they'll tell you to do that. And if I said to you, here is your medicine, here's what you need to do. You need to come or do it, if you can do it on your own, I've gotten my message out to you. But putting exercise 3 to 5 times a week into your schedule. Now they're saying you should do something 30 minutes a day, 30 minutes a day. And if you can do that, you are helping yourself. You're going to lower your medical bills. You won't be at the doctor's so much. It's medicine. But people like to pop the pill and they think that that's going to be resolved. It's a commitment, and you need to find the time, you need to make the time. You know, there are health clubs that are open 24 hours. We're open 5 a.m. till 9:30 at night, Monday through Thursday. We close a little earlier on Friday nights, and weekends 7 to 5. So there's lots of time. There's lots to do. We have trainers that help you. We want to make you feel good about yourself. It's the hardest thing to sell, you know. So when you start to appeal in your constant contact, in your Twitter, in your Instagram, any of your social media, you appeal to that emotion of, do you want to feel healthy about
Well,
yourself?
you've said something very astute, is businesses spend a lot of time brainstorming and money. How do we make that emotional connection to get that customer?
So it could be a one-word message.
Exactly.
Whatever you send out there, you know, so what's happening you've got the constant contact, you've got all your social media, but now, because everybody has that phone, we can instantly tell them something on the phone.
Right.
You know, I joined a company called Centext that if like in the winter time or something happens at the club that we have to cancel something or we have to, you know, close the club because of winter snowstorms or whatever, I can write out a message and it goes directly to their phones, you know, and the goal is to get as many as your members on that as possible. We also will send out promotions like, you know, have a friend join and you'll get this, or join up and do personal training, you'll get this. Or happy birthday, take $10 off. So it's you know, I still haven't gotten as savvy with it as other people have, but you know, it's a great way to communicate to the my members, and they like having it. So when somebody comes in, and they could be just a prospect, I tell them, and anybody out there that's listening to this, if you text into 56610 and you write the text message capital F-O-F, you can join our community.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was going to ask you that.
Hope I've got that number correct, you know, but you can call us at the club and we can give it to you. But we send it, I think it's on our Facebook page.
Great.
Not Facebook, but our website.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
That's another.
I was going to
That's
say, so you've migrated or evolved from constant contact to some of these other things. Because I was going to ask you, how is technology, you know, affecting you today versus 5-10 years ago?
It's still a challenge. And you know, it's I used a marketing firm called SK Bailey, and there's email marketing where we create the message, they develop the promotion, help me develop the promotion, and that's sent out through email. Then you can hit the promotion and goes right to the website and they can join online. So we have that option. And there's also something called geofencing. So what we do is pick an area in a radius, and how far do you want to go out from that? What's your message? And again, it could be the same piece of marketing material that when somebody rides by that area on certain, like whatever days we are going to do this, that will come up on their phones.
Wow.
So that's, and I am looking into companies that deal specifically with digital marketing. They take over your, I shouldn't use the word take over your website, but they manipulate it so that you get more hits to it, but there's all kinds of ways of digital marketing. I don't know whether if you're on the computer and you go online and you're looking to buy something, you'll go into another website and checking something up, and all of a sudden you're going to see that company, and it's kind of moving in that direction. And I'm talking with someone, but you know, it's a financial thing. You sign up and it's going to cost you X amount of dollars on a monthly basis.
Exactly.
You know,
they sort of manage the website and drive more traffic to your website.
It's getting, you'd be surprised, for me, how many people still don't know where I am. You know, and we have a big sign out there that took a little longer to get than I wanted to, but there's still people that are just finding out about us.
Right.
And you've got to get people to review you. They use Yelp a lot, and people come in as a result of some very good things that are said about Focus on Fitness on Yelp. So that's another. You know, I wish I could be as savvy on social media as some of my colleagues are, but getting there, it just takes so much time. You know, my day, I work a lot of hours at the club and I teach a lot of classes. So, and you know, you're always interrupted with challenges of the business.
Sure.
You know, you just stay
So
focused.
certainly going forward, you're looking at utilizing technology to promote your business. And I'm with you. I'm not a technical guy whatsoever. But there are resources. Obviously, you're looking into some of those too. They're not free.
No.
You know,
And
for
then
sure.
you know, when you know, I'm a sole proprietor, and my competition right in the local area is mostly franchises.
Right.
You know, and so, and they'll put out huge marketing pieces.
Well, let me ask you, because you're not into the franchisee or franchisor relationship, what are some of the unique things that you are able to do to distinguish yourself from some of
I
these
think
folks?
the biggest thing that when people come into the club, they see me, and they're welcomed not only by me, but my staff. They're welcomed by my members. Nobody feels like they come in there and they're a stranger, you know. And people say, you know, let me help you set up for this class. This is what you're going to do. They establish a relationship immediately, and you don't find that in other clubs. When I was closed for 3 months, when we were building out, I went to the small boutiques. I went to a big health club, and very rarely did somebody introduce themselves to me and say, you know, I notice you're new. You know, it just didn't happen, and it happens at my club.
So more welcoming.
Yeah, and another, you know, something that I think is really important to tell the audience is, I just said the word boutiques. There are indoor cycling little venues, bar venues, hot yoga venues, and people want to do all those things. And sometimes in the bar they may put some hot yoga. In the cycling they may add something else. But going to those boutiques, you pay a premium price. You know, I don't think I saw anything cheaper than $15. We have it all under one roof at Focus on Fitness. We have a hot yoga studio. We have a spinning studio. We have a group fitness with Zumba and Pilates and group power and everything's under one roof. Everything is welcoming, and there's something for everyone. In addition to having a full service fitness floor and a full service weight training room and a functional training room. So if you're looking for CrossFit, if you're looking for something like spinning, if you're looking for bar, if you're looking for Zumba, we have it all. And the price is so much less than when you hopped around to all these places and pay an exorbitant amount of money. Plus we have so many options. If you want to be a pay-as-you-go person, you can be that person here at Focus. If you want to be our monthly member, you can do that too. If you want to pay for the year in full, and just know with any of those memberships, your health insurance will, if you are doing this for 4 months, they will reimburse you. Most of them are $150. Some people I've heard is even a little bit more.
No kidding.
But
well, I mean, what the theme you're messaging is one-stop shopping. We do all this.
We do.
For probably a better fee.
And sometimes in health clubs that have tried to do this, they do it all in one room. And so it's like moving bikes, it's moving this.
They're not set up to really do it.
They're not set up to do it. Because what is the attraction to those small boutiques? It's intimate, and that's what they do. And so we've tried to have that intimacy, great instructors. I mean, for those of you who are maybe just starting to think about doing indoor cycling, we just purchased brand new Schwinn carbon blue bikes, which has a console that has lots of feedback for the individual rider, and it's the instructors. We've been doing this since 1994. I was the second club in the state of Massachusetts to start indoor cycling.
Okay.
And the market was a little bit hesitant about it, and then it took about a year for local clubs to start getting into indoor cycling. Some still don't have it. And then it kind of, I don't know what happened to it. Ours was always pretty successful. And then now it's gotten into the boutiques,
Right.
and these little franchises open up. But if you want a really good instructor, a great environment to do it, brand new bikes, you know, my members have been so excited about the new bikes. So,
I'll bet.
yeah.
How does word of mouth marketing play in your business in terms of promoting your business?
You know, it's getting people to refer friends, getting a wife to bring the husband, getting
Right.
the wife to bring the family to bring their children, you know, and that kind of thing. So, you know, word of mouth is your best advertisement. It's your word of mouth.
Right.
You know, lots of times people will post something on Facebook that
Right.
we did that they liked. So it is that word of mouth.
It's a big deal.
It
I mean, it's
sure
part
is.
of messaging.
Yeah.
Any opportunities to, I guess, reward referrals?
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
I haven't come up with the best way to
Right.
do that. I've got some ideas in my head that I want to do going forward in the fall about that. So hopefully, you know, we'll get our members to. Sometimes members think, oh, no, I don't want anybody to crowd in on my space. You know.
maybe they want their husband or wife
Yeah,
there.
yeah. And it's, you know, the thing is, a buddy system.
Right.
You get your friend to do this with you, or a husband or a family member, and you know, when somebody doesn't feel like going, come on, I'm going.
Exactly.
You know, and I always tell people that day that you wake up and you go, I just don't feel like doing this. Remember how you feel when you finished. That day that you forced yourself to do that workout, when you leave, I guarantee you'll feel even better than the day you felt like coming in. It's a
that's true.
tremendous
Right.
a tremendous reward.
Right. Well, the buddy system works in sports, the military, I can speak to,
Yep.
and certainly I can see it working there
Yeah,
as well.
it does. It's a great system.
Great, sure. What, as we're talking about businesses and some of the challenges you've had, as I was listening to you, if there was some folks out there trying to promote their business, any advice you might want to give them? You've touched on some of it already. Any additional advice, Louise?
I know I touched on if you've got your idea and you believe in it.
I guess I would say, not to interrupt you, in the information age. 'cause
Right.
You know,
So,
technology is
right. I think
always
you've-
moving
yeah.
rapidly.
I think you've got to develop that website,
There you go.
and then on your website, make sure people know that you're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and all of that, because people and whatever digital marketing you can do in using the phone, because people use that phone
For everything.
Yeah, nobody can leave without it. We
know what
can't
you mean.
survive without it.
I know.
I know, how did we get along?
I think about that. I can remember
Oh.
pay phones and a dime in
Yeah.
my sneaker, and we existed somehow.
I
And
know.
now I can't go 10 feet without
I know.
checking what I'm going to be doing next, or research, or whatever it is.
I know,
It's amazing.
you know, I feel badly for the newspapers. I mean, my husband still reads the newspaper
Right.
every day, and, you know, but I use the internet to keep
Sure.
me updated on
People get
everything.
the news now.
Yeah.
People get their news.
But that's, you know, so, and lots of people who are getting into businesses today that younger group is pretty savvy with social media, so.
Yeah, they really are.
Yeah, it's only us
I
old
know
timers.
my grandkids are.
Yeah.
I mean, they teach me how to do stuff.
Exactly,
It's amazing.
exactly.
So anything else in terms of advice in this, I guess, this information age, or the increased, rapidly growing technology? It seems like it changes every 20 minutes for anybody out there. Certainly you're taking advantage of social media and checking into some other things as well.
Yeah, I think too there might be There's lots of workshops on it, and YouTube can help you a lot.
Sure, good.
You
That's
know,
good advice.
if I have a question, put it into YouTube, and I can usually sometimes most of the time get an
Right.
answer there. So, but I need to get better. It's about having the time, and also, I think it's important. And this for me is kind of like a little wall that I have. It's your message. You know, what can you say in just a few words to get your point across, and continually being out there and saying it over and over again, so that something you say is going to trigger something. Oh, that was Focus on Fitness.
There you go.
And I'm still learning that.
Sure.
I'm still learning that. Oh, I didn't even mention LinkedIn. That's another
That's right.
for businesses. Yeah, you know. So.
Well, I would offer just do it, but it's already taken in terms of a.
Yeah, and you can't say you did it because that Nike does.
Oh, is that right? Oh, I didn't realize
yes,
that.
There's somebody came up with
But
it.
you're onto it. And
Yeah.
in businesses, we need to generate as much time or allocate as much time as we can to marketing strategy and promoting our business, to making those emotional connections. You know, sounds like you're onto it.
I like to think our taglines with two of them: a fun way to a healthier you, and we're a community.
Good. Those are great.
So those are what I
And
use.
they're on the website.
Yep.
And on your literature or anything like that.
We do have
campaigns
that
you
there,
do.
yep.
Oh, great. Well, that's great. What if some folks out there are listening to this conversation? How do they get in touch with you if they want some more information or to join?
They can call us anytime at 508-820-0424. They can go to our website, www.fofhealthclub.com.
Okay.
And they can like us on Facebook at, facebook.com/Focus on Fitness. And one last thing I forgot, there's a lot of group communities that you can post things to in the Holliston area, the Ashland area, the Millis, those are little groups that you look them up on Facebook, and then you ask to be a part of their group, and you can get post some of your stuff on
That's
that.
great.
So it's really good. And people respond to those and will generate some conversation and ask some questions. But, we have something that people who are afraid to sign up, we have a great little program called 12 Days for $25. The 12 consecutive days. Try us out. Just try us out. I don't want to take your money if you're not coming.
Right.
And that works a lot for people.
Sure.
So just give
Put a
us.
toe in the water.
Yes.
Check it out.
Yep.
Right,
Come and
that's
check
great.
it out.
Oh, good.
Well,
Well, that's great, Louise. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Once again, we'd like to thank Louise Boland of Focus on Fitness, owner-operator there, and taking the time to join us, sharing some of your insights and certainly some of your business knowledge with the folks here. And once again, I'm Bruce Hassan, and if you'd like to get some additional information besides contacting Louise with her contact information that she mentioned, you can get a hold of us at the Benchmark Advisory Group, 508-733-0130, or benchmarkadvisorygroup.com, and just get some more information.
it was a pleasure.
Thanks, Louise. We
Thank
really
you
appreciate
so
it.
much.
Really enjoy it, as
Thanks.
always. We're going to have you back.
Thanks.
Okay.